Alright, we're moving into really the last new topic this week, and it's going to be on comets, meteors, and asteroids. I like to call them the CMAs. But anyways, I'm going to try to make this video super short. I'm not going to really talk about the notes that much. I mean, you can read through them and stuff, but I want to let you know that on your notebook on page 21, slide 21, you'll want to get there and, zoom in. And I understand this can be kind of sensitive when you click around and frustrating, but I mean, it is what it is. You just got to kind of work through it. But anyways, hold on. I am, hey, Grayson. Sorry, I was talking to my little guy, Grayson. But anyways, you can kind of see that there's going to be the basic notes in the center. Oops, sorry. Page 21, basic notes in the center. And you can pause and you can copy these down. Notes on asteroids, notes on meteors, meteorite, and notes on comets, notes on the Oort cloud, and the Kuiper belt. I want to let you know, asteroids are found in that asteroid belt between Mars and Jupiter. They're just like big rocks, if you will, in space. So yeah. Meteoroids, meteors, and meteorites are all the same thing, essentially, but they're called different things when they go into different parts of the atmosphere. So when they're just floating around in space, it's a meteoroid, similar to asteroid. Okay, that's where it gets that name pretty much. Then as it enters Earth's atmosphere, it's a meteor. When it actually sits down, hits Earth's surface, it's a meteorite, and it can create craters at that point. Comets have an orbit. They orbit the sun. There's a really famous one of Halley's Comet that comes around every so many years. But there's the nucleus of the comet, the coma, and then the tail. That's where they're very distinct. They're really like dust and ice, stuff like that. The Oort cloud is going to be past Pluto, way out there. So it just kind of gives you an idea of all this stuff. So yeah, but you can copy down those notes and push pause. I also have on here, me and Coach Evers also have characteristics of asteroids all right here. You should pause, copy it down. There could be a question that comes from your test from literally this, and you want to have it down. Here's characteristics of meteors and characteristics of comets. Alrighty. So then if you move over here, it says describe where you can find a meteor. Don't need to have that, but it's Earth's atmosphere. And you kind of have to double click on some of these. If it lands on Earth, it's a meteorite. Okay. And then, sorry. And then if it orbits the sun, describe where you find a meteoroid. It's orbiting the sun in space. Okay. Kind of similar to an asteroid, but it's a meteoroid. Alrighty. So that's pretty much the notes. This slideshow is also where I got all these notes, so you can pause at any point in time and kind of click through. And you can pause and you can look at it. The cool part about comets are, this is the nucleus of the comet, and then you have the coma. It comes off of it, gives it that glow, and then you have the tail. Okay. A lot of people always call meteors in Earth's atmosphere, they call them shooting stars. It's another name for them, a nickname. But I'm going to play this one video that kind of explains everything, and you should pay attention. Follow along.
They're part of action and sci-fi movie plots. We wait out in our backyard to see them showering over Earth. But what's the difference between comets, asteroids, meteoroids, meteors, and meteorites. Let's start with comets. Comets are basically big balls of dust, rock, and metals, surrounded by a thick, icy shell orbiting our sun. And when comets get too close to something hot, like the sun, their ice sublimates, or goes instantly from a solid to a gas. This creates a halo-like glow around the comet, called the coma. And our sun's strong solar winds blow the coma back, giving the comet their infamous tail. Comets can be classified as either long period or short period, depending on whether or not their orbits are longer than 200 years. Comets have highly elliptical orbits, which means they're like a long circle. In fact, some comets can be taken almost completely out of the solar system before they return again. Next are asteroids. Basically, asteroids are just comets without the ice. Just dust, rock, and metal. Most asteroids form in between Mars and Jupiter, in a region called the asteroid belt. While asteroids are rarely directed at Earth, they do pose grave danger to our planet. After all, 65 million years ago, a city-sized asteroid hit near Mexico and caused the dinosaurs to go extinct. Then we have meteoroids. Meteoroids are just pieces of rocky space debris floating around the solar system. Technically, meteoroids are larger than a grain of dust, but smaller than an asteroid. However, most meteoroids are usually only the size of a pebble. Most meteoroids also come from the asteroid belt, but some do come from our moon, or even Mars. Next are meteors. Simply put, meteors are just meteoroids that actually hit Earth's atmosphere. We know these better as shooting stars. As a meteor hits our atmosphere, it burns up, causing a big flash of light in the sky. In fact, the term meteor from ancient Greece literally means celestial phenomenon in the heavens above, which refers directly to the flash of light itself. Even though they appear as big shooting stars, meteors are actually only the size of pebbles. Last but not least, meteorites. A meteorite is simply a meteoroid that successfully makes it through Earth's atmosphere and hits the Earth's surface. Meteorites are dangerous simply because they're too small to be detected. They come without a warning. And even though meteorites are usually very small, around the size of a pebble, they're still very dangerous because they travel at high velocities. Fortunately, it's very rare for a meteoroid to actually make it through Earth's thick atmosphere. Thanks, Earth!